just this thing where I'm just like, okay, you can really trim this down. You don't, like, there is so much here that I'm like, this should have been in the extended cut. And Lord of the Rings is long. I know that the mythology, the stories are meant to be long, that they're meant to be developed, but they only develop so much. They developed Thorin. I loved how they developed Thorin, but can you tell me anything about the other 11 dwarves? One thing.
No. Not really.
Yeah, could you tell me any of their names?
No, I can't remember the main guy's name. I'm horrible at names. I've always been like that.
Well,
but it's not about remembering their names exactly. It's just remembering their character.
But there's little character elements to them. There's little...
That's true.
There's very little depth to them in terms of identifiable traits. Like, oh, he's a fat dwarf! Ha ha ha! He can't talk, he got his tongue cut off or something. Oh, that's hilarious! I'm like, okay, that guy kind of looks like Gimli. That's because it's Gimli's dad. But it's just certain things like that where I'm like, okay, we're one movie in, and we've only been able to relate with one dwarf. There's 11 other guys here. We could relate to Merry and Pippin from film 1.
Yeah.
We can relate with Gimli from film 1. Legolas, not so much. But, you know, for the majority of the cast of the main characters, of the main troupe, you could feel a sense of connection with these guys. They weren't just stock characters.
What about the old...
Balin?
Yeah, the old guy.
Balin, mostly I recognize him because I'm like, I know him. I know where he ends up in Fellowship of the Ring, 6 feet under. But he's, it's just this case where it's like, okay, how much am I going to know here without knowing the books? Because even though I love the books, I'm like, this is still a film adaptation. I'm watching this as a movie. I like some of the inclusions of stuff from the books, but at the same time, I think that the story needs to justify itself. Like, I like certain justifications in the movie, like, okay, Gandalf is pretty friggin' powerful. We've seen what this guy's able to do. I can understand why he'd go on a journey to go save the world from, like, you know, an evil ring or something like that. Going to help dwarves get rich? Kind of a waste of his magical talents.
Remember, he's going to...
But no, he sees the potential of Smaug, and he's like, okay, if Sauron was to return, he would take Smaug as his... You know, he'd use Smaug as a weapon.
Yeah.
But A, he said that Smaug's never shown any loyalty to anybody. And B, what evidence does he even have? And this is like way before the events of the movie. What evidence does he have that Sauron's even returned? Radagast says something later that there's a dark power in the world. How does he know that Sauron's back? Has he just spent the last 2,000 years like just peeking around at every shadow going, oh, I think I saw Sauron. He's up there. He's freaking over there, man. He's got a jacket.
No, I think...
He's in the closet, man.
Right.
It's with Kanye West.
With Smaug or whatever?
No, but what justification?
He's just a potential threat. You have to get rid of him. But he's unpredictable. You know
he hasn't done anything for 20 years. They already said that. They said the dragon's flying out and kill everyone. He hasn't. He's been doing nothing. He's been friggin' playing with his friggin' gold for 20 years. He's got an entire mountain of gold. What's he been doing? He's been sleeping.
In his gold.
In gold. He hasn't eaten anybody. He hasn't done jack. They even said that. They're like, let's go poke a sleeping bear. That's going to benefit us. I cannot promise that you will come back. You're going to go to a dragon and you're going to stab him when he's sleeping. You can't promise that you will come back. Did you even have a plan? You are going to die! But yeah, other than that, I was like, yeah, I liked the direction of the movie. There were certain elements that I was like, okay, a little too fantasy in terms of, yeah, I like the subtlety more of Lord of the Rings, whereas here it's a bit more visually fantastic. Like, you see the Lich King's ghost fighting Radagast. Never thought I'd see that in the Lord of the Rings. You see, what else do you see? You see, gosh, you see, like, what else? where did those giants come from? Maybe I have to reread The Hobbit because I don't remember stone giants. It must have been something I missed, maybe. But I'm just like, I never seen giant frigging gargoyles.
Did you feel that, like, giant scene when was always time?
I don't think it was a waste of time. I think it accomplished something in that they're like, okay, Bilbo doesn't belong here. He's going to get himself killed. We're useless to bring this guy back. By the way, we're like, we even said this. What is the point of Gandalf going to Bilbo? Like, he
met him for
he said he met this guy when he was like at a fireworks show or something like that. Okay, how do you just like, I'm going to use this young lad. I'm going to come back to him in 20 years, and I shall make him a burglar. Why? You're a took. Oh, okay. Why is being a took important?
You better go.
I'm waiting. I'm just like, you knock on some random dude's door.
That's what you really
You
do.
shove 13 dwarves into your house. Okay, 12 dwarves. Big friggin' difference. And you're just like, he's going to, like, did you just keep knocking like a Jehovah's Witness until the guy just like had a long enough conversation with you to say, I like your cut of your jib. Yes, you'll make a fine human shield. I mean, burglar indeed. Like, I just don't understand it. I don't understand why he just went to this random house. They kind of, that was a little cryptic in the books too.
He couldn't find a friend. He couldn't go to other.
He couldn't, yeah.
Why did he go to like other wizards or whatever?
Yeah, they even say like there are 5 other wizards, and they're like, but like Saruman's like, Sauron hasn't returned. Okay, Sauron hasn't returned, but there's this big frigging lizard who's breathing fire in a mountain. Want to help out with that? Oh, sorry, I'm reading my mystical necromancer books, the Necronomicon. Kind of busy. I don't know where I left my page. I just don't understand that. Now, that being said, he's kind of like, there's a quiet courage about him. How do you know that? How do you know there's a quiet courage about him?
Who?
With Bilbo, he's like, there's a quiet courage of kindness inside him, and I will use it to benefit us in this great gathering. I was like, okay, all right, but how do you know? I think he's a wizard. A wizard did it, okay? I know one of you guys are commenting that right now. But yeah, I kind of liked the whole themes of like, of revenge and kind of redemption, reclaiming your identity. I liked the story arc they did with Thorin. That being said, all the other dwarves got shafted in terms of character development. Anything you would say about this year's version? I like the movie. I really like the movie. It's my favorite movie of the year.
I think I've got it cleared up. Overall, I love the movie. It's very
I'm going to be very interested in where they take the direction of the next one. But yeah, it did feel kind of padded, even for Lord of the Rings, with substance material. And I think, though, that it was a good decision for them to break this into 3 parts in terms of developing certain themes, not the characters so much. And, yeah. Oh, the bad guy in this one looks like Kratos from God of War. Don't you give me that crap, Moses. It's the guy from Prometheus. It's Kratos.